When a judge suddenly steps away from a high-profile corruption case involving over 200 billion naira in assets, people will naturally start asking questions. And when that case is connected to a former Attorney General of the Federation, the conversation becomes even louder. But beyond the headlines and social media reactions, what exactly happened? And what do we actually know? Reports from Daily Trust indicate that a federal high court judge handling the 212.8 billion naira assets forfeiture case linked to former Attorney General Abubakar Malami has withdrawn from the matter. Almost immediately, online discussions began circulating serious allegations, including claims of bribery. However, as of now, there is no official court finding or verified public evidence confirming that any bribe took place.
What we do know is that the judge stepped down from the case, and that decision has raised important legal and political questions. Before we go deeper, if you appreciate clear, balanced explanations like this, go ahead and like this video, share it with others who want facts, not just rumors, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss updates. Also, drop your thoughts in the comments respectfully, because this conversation affects all of us. Now, let's break this down carefully. The case in question involves assets reportedly worth 212.8 billion naira. These assets were allegedly linked to Malami, who served as Nigeria's Attorney General and Minister of Justice for several years. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, known as the EFCC, had initiated forfeiture proceedings. In simple terms, a forfeiture case is when the government asks the court to permanently seize assets it believes were acquired unlawfully. It's important to understand that forfeiture proceedings are civil matters, not necessarily criminal convictions. That means the court is asked to decide whether certain property should belong to the state based on available evidence. The person involved has the right to challenge that request in court. According to reports, the judge handling this high-profile case decided to withdraw. In legal language, this is often called recusal. Judges can recuse themselves for various reasons, sometimes due to potential conflicts of interest, sometimes because of petitions filed by one of the parties, or even to protect the integrity of the judicial process if public confidence appears shaken.
So now here's where things became more dramatic in the public space. Some commentaries and social media posts began alleging that the judge was bribed to step away from the case. However, we must be very clear. These claims remain allegations circulating online. There has been no confirmed judicial investigation, no official anti-corruption agency report, and no court pronouncement stating that bribery occurred. In Nigeria's legal system, a judge stepping down does not automatically mean wrongdoing. In fact, in many cases, recusal is meant to ensure fairness. If a party in the case raises concerns about bias, whether justified or not, a judge may choose to step aside so that the case can proceed without controversy. So how did this situation unfold? From available reports, the forfeiture case was moving through the Federal High Court.
Then, issues were reportedly raised, including objections from the defense team. Details of internal court deliberations are usually not public, but eventually the judge announced withdrawal from the matter. The case would then likely be reassigned to another judge. That reassignment is significant. It can cause delays, it can affect public perception, and in politically sensitive cases, delays often fuel suspicion. Now let's talk about why this matters beyond just one individual. First, 212.8 billion naira is not small money. In a country where many communities struggle with infrastructure, healthcare, education, and employment challenges, that amount represents significant public resources. So whenever a case involving that scale of assets experiences disruption, Nigerians understandably pay attention. Second, Malami is not just any citizen. He served as Attorney General, the Chief Law Officer of the Federation. During his tenure, he oversaw major legal decisions, advised the federal government, and influenced policy directions. So when allegations, even unproven ones, arise around someone who once supervised anti-corruption frameworks, it raises broader questions about institutional credibility. But here's where balance is important. In a democracy governed by law, every individual, no matter how powerful or controversial, is entitled to due process. Allegations must be proven in court. Social media commentary is not a substitute for evidence. Accusations, especially involving bribery of a judge, are extremely serious. If true, they would represent a direct attack on judicial independence. But if untrue, and they could unfairly damage reputations and undermine public trust. So what happens next? Typically, when a judge withdraws, the chief judge of the court reassigns the case to another judge. The new judge may review previous filings and continue proceedings. This process can slow things down, but it does not automatically terminate the case. Some Nigerians are asking, does this withdrawal weaken the case? Not necessarily. A case is built on evidence, not on the personality of the judge. If the evidence is strong, it remains strong. If it is weak, it remains weak. The reassignment simply shifts the judicial officer overseeing it. At the same time, allegations of bribery, even unverified, introduce another layer of concern. If such claims circulate widely without clarification, they can shape public opinion before facts are established. This is why responsible discussion is important. It's okay to question. It's okay to demand accountability, but it's also important to avoid turning allegations into confirmed facts without proof. Let me know in the comments what you think about judicial recusal in high-profile cases. Do you believe it strengthens fairness, or does it create more doubt? Keep the discussion respectful and fact-based. Stay informed, stay engaged, and remember that in a democracy, accountability works best when facts lead the conversation, not rumors.